guys, my name is Nonema Tigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. So today, let's do our catch-up session with the Benenge Tribunal situation. But before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So this is what happens. Benenge Tribunal mediation efforts fail after Mengo's WhatsApp revelations. This was published by IOL, and it's going to help us with understanding what really happened there on Benenge case today. Okay, Judicial Conduct Tribunal witness Denim Okwana, the Director of Court Operations in the Eastern Cape, round-table discussions to mediate between sexual harassment complainant Andiswa Mengo and Judge President Selbin Benenge during 2022 had crumbled after she allegedly uploaded screenshots of her conversation with the Judge President. This was the evidence given by Judicial Conduct Tribunal witness Denim Okwana, the Director of Court Operations in the Eastern Cape. According to Okwana, Mengo approached him in November 2022 with her allegations. Okwana confirmed that at that time, his line of reporting was to the Judge President of the Eastern Cape, J.P. Benenge, as well as the court administration at the Office of the Chief Justice, OCJ. According to Okwana, Mengo contacted him telephonically about her complaint, after which he asked her how she wanted to proceed with the matter. She said the Judge President has sent her messages which she found inappropriate. She further mentioned an incident which she was unsure of whatever it occurred on the 14th or 15th November 2022 in the JP's chambers. She said she was called by the JP to his chambers, and once they got into the chambers, she says the Judge President said she should see the effect she has on him. At that stage, she said she quickly ran out. Okwana testified. According to Okwana, he then asked Mengo how she wanted the matter to be handled. And she said she wanted Benenge to apologize and that he should agree to stop sending her inappropriate messages. Okwana said Mengo requested that this be done at a roundtable discussion where other female judges could be present. Okwana said he would facilitate such an undertaking after he had gotten the agreement of all parties involved. According to Okwana, Benenge would only agree to such a discussion if the discussion excluded other parties. Okwana said Benenge requested that it only be himself, Okwana, and Mengo at the roundtable discussions. However, this arrangement did not materialize as Mengo had uploaded conversation between herself and the JP to her WhatsApp status. The roundtable discussions fell through because of that, said Okwana. He had then advised Mengo to consider following a formal process, and Okwana then alerted the OCJ of these developments. Okay, so that's what happened. Now, here is another witness that took a stand. Witness testimony continues in Judge Benenge's Sexual Harassment Tribunal. Judge President Selbin Benenge, the Judicial Conduct Tribunal this week, J.P. Benenge presides at the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court and was accused by Andiswa Mengo, a judge's clerk, of sexual harassment, in which she alleges several disturbing communications from Benenge. Judicial Conduct Tribunal witness Ntombokolo Jobela is expected to continue testimony as the tribunal hearing today after giving testimony yesterday. Jobela is a judge secretary at the Gqeberha High Court and a colleague to Andiswa Mengo, who has accused Judge President Selbin Benenge of sexual harassment after Benenge sent her untoward WhatsApp conversation. Mango has confided in Jobela about the messages she had received. According to Jobela, Mango had informed her on the WhatsApp conversation between her and Mbenenge and shared with her the explicit pictures she had allegedly received from him. She said that Mango initially had been reluctant to confirm from whom she was receiving the messages, but said it was an older man who is a judge. And what angered her was that she was the same age group as the man's children. Jobela probed Mango about the man's identity, to which Mango replied that she would disclose it during a personal meeting. After receiving a picture from Mango, a leg with a shoe in an office setting, Jobela realized it depicted a woman in Mbenenge's office. Jobela said she had then asked Mango if it was the chambers of Mbenenge, to which Mango allegedly replied, "You don't disappoint." Jobela said she raised this to her senior, who is a judge, as it did not sit well with her, and probed the judge to ask if it was him, as he was also an elderly judge. Jobela said the judge vehemently denied it. Proceedings were postponed to today after Advocate Griffiths Madonsela, SC Consul for Mbenenge, requested time to consult to further his questioning of the witness today. Also on Thursday, Judge Secretary Abongile Chete was called to give a brief testimony after being pointed to CCTV footage to confirm if it was him in court corridor. Chete confirmed that it was he on the CCTV footage. Mbenenge presides Eastern Cape Division of High Court and was accused by Mango, a judge clerk, of sexual harassment, in which she alleges several disturbing communications from him. The tribunal resumed on the 5th of May 2025, where Francois Moller gave evidence which related to forensic data retrieved from two cell phone devices, a Samsung S20 and a Samsung A12, each belonging to Mbenenge and Mango respectively. Another witness, forensic and legal linguistic and researcher Dr. Zakira Dokrat, confirmed that the context in which emojis were sent to Mango by Mbenenge depicted sexual acts. Yeah, so guys, we are yet to hear where is this going, guys. But that's the update up to so far this Friday. That's the update. We are yet to hear what's going to happen with this case, because wow. Wow. Kunzima. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? What do you think is going to come up here? What's going to happen with this? For me, even if the judge is found not guilty, but his dignity, man, his dignity already. So is that a fair thing? No, it's not, especially when he is not guilty of any crime. However, that being said, sometimes not having proof, okay, but no, this is not that case that I wanted to compare it with. Sometimes when it comes to these messages, I so wish that it was very easy to be sure that from Mbenenge's phone to Andiswa, there is something that says, but they have deleted messages though, don't they? They both have deleted messages. So if they both have deleted messages, then that will surely mean they were both hiding something. Something is going on here, whatever it is. I don't know if Andiswa is telling the truth or not, but it doesn't look good for her case. However, it also doesn't look good for the judge, especially for the man, for the person who he is, the caliber man that he possesses. It's not looking good. Anyway, let's talk with comment section. What are your thoughts, guys? Because me personally, wow. Osiam. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.